Hey there, Bishop Rob with you, and it's another book review. This is another liturgical text. This is the Catholic Missal from a library of Catholic devotion. And this particular book dates to 1964. So this is the Missal containing all the masses for Sundays and for holy days of obligation, edited by Monsignor John P. O'Connell and Jex Martin from the Catholic Press in Chicago, Illinois. Happened to find this recently, very inexpensively at a half-price books, and as a collector of liturgical books, both ritual editions and popular editions, I thought it would be nice to have a copy of this. So here's the end pages, very typical mid-1960s type of line art illustrating those in sheets. This is a hardback. I think this is just textured. So, and you'll notice that there are color photographic plates that are in here. And this is kind of set up interestingly. You've got in this prefatory material just some of the, about the altar, the priest's vestments, some different prayers that may be used. And then you have the Mass. And through the first Sunday of Advent, you get a lot of these pictures here showing you the Mass. And it's broken up into a couple of sections. First, we pray, which goes through the sign of the cross, the prayers at the foot of the altar, the confession, etc., the introit, the Kyrie, if the Gloria was sung, which obviously it would not be in Advent, the collect of the day. Notice some little devotional kind of content here. The reading of the epistle, under the section we listen, the gradual, the Alleluia, the gospel reading, the creed. Again, more devotional material. The sacrifice with your offertory prayers, the lavabo, the oratre fratres, the secret, which we today would call a prayer over the gifts, the proper preface, the sanctus. And then here you come to the canon. And this is the only time the canon is printed in the book. In every other Mass, it has you come back and repeat these pages to follow along. Then the communion rite as we receive, the Lord's Prayer, the embolism, the fraction, the Agnus Dei, the prayers before communion, the communion of the priest, communion of the people, the ablutions, communion antiphon, post-communion, blessing, the last gospel, another devotional. Then you move on to the second Sunday of Advent, and everything is repeated in sequence with the sole exception that you are given the instruction to turn to the canon on page 25. And that's the way it goes throughout this entire book. You'll see at different times of the year different suggestions for what to be praying about. You'll see these color plates that are present in here. For Holy Week, for example, we have the rites around Palm Sunday. And then after that, we just have descriptions for Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and the Easter Vigil. So this is Sundays and holy days of obligation only. There's the back end plate. And there's also a option back here for the Latin translations, or the Latin text, I should say, of the common parts of the Mass at a dialogue Mass. There's the rite for marriage that's back here as well, together with photographic plates from a nuptial Mass. So at any rate, I just wanted to share this. This is an interesting little, there's also, the rite for burial that's in here as well. Daily Mass for the dead, which is there. Then again, you have some of the different feast days, All Saints, Immaculate Conception, Christ the King, and so forth. So again, just a different presentation for a people's missal, and I thought it was worth sharing. And so I hope that this was of some interest to you. It's just an example of some of the classic material that was put out in the 1960s that the church only really had a short period of time to use because, so much changed in such a rapid sequence. So, Catholic Missal from the Library of Catholic Devotion. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.